Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Average Movie Review podcast. I finished watching episodes 1 through 3 of Invincible. I've been trying to catch up over the weekend and trying to just get ahead of it before the new episode releases. I gotta say, this season kind of started off a little slow, as I've noticed with every single season of Invincible. It starts off really slow and then kind of picks up in the end, and there's a lot of build-up. Which I think is okay for certain things, but I just feel like this show needs to be like right off the bat, like how it started off with season one, where the ending was, you know, insane, where you're just hooked in. And I just feel like they haven't been able to recreate that since season one. Um, what I have noticed in these couple episodes or so far in this season that, you know, Mark has completely lost himself. The guilt that he feels about his doppelgangers coming in and killing everyone and causing this multiversal war in his, in his dimension, pretty much destroying everything, has pretty much destroyed him as a person. And to be quite honest, he hasn't figured out who he wants to be. Um, and I think this trope of him feeling guilty for everything has been going on for the last 2 seasons. And I have to say, I'm a little tired of it. I think what I'm ready for is for him to accept himself as the hero he's supposed to be and start really kicking some ass and taking shit seriously. It seems like every episode, as we inch closer and closer, it's just him going down or breaking down to a point where he's going to have a massive meltdown, which I think we've already seen in the last 2 seasons where he just kind of loses it. Um, and honestly, it's just not working for me. I don't know. Maybe this is how the comics is, but I feel like it's not what it should be. When I started watching Invincible, I never read the comics. I don't know anything about the comics. I don't know even if they're following the comics. But when I first watched it, I enjoyed season one so much. I thought it was absolutely phenomenal. I loved the fact that he was a hero. His dad turned out to be bad. He had to fight someone he cared about so much about. It was honestly one of the best things I've ever seen in such a long time. A very unique story. I understand after his father left, he kind of maybe didn't have his identity. He was trying to figure out how does he proceed forward. Who does he become? Does he allow himself to become like what his dad wanted him to become, or does he become something bigger and better? Right, and we kind of see that Angstrom comes into the picture. There's a lot of I guess like a lot of decision making, and there's a lot of choices that need to be made and whatnot. And then season three comes along and it's just same more kind of crap where it's like we don't know whether he wants to be good or bad, what's his choices, what's his plans. He kind of gives up in the middle and then he comes back. There's no consistency. And then again, with these first few episodes so far that I've watched, 1, 2, 3, again, the same thing. He's just angry. He just wants to kill. He doesn't know what to do. The lines are blurred between him and the hero, which again is, I think, a very common idea. It's a very common thing, or theme, but I think it's just being overplayed at this point. I think we're ready for him to realize the hero he's supposed to be and become that hero. Again, in the comics, if it's something different, then if this is how it is, then I know I'm sorry. I guess it is what it is, and I just have to kind of live with it. But for me personally, it's just not working out. I just feel like it's the same shit over and over again. Um, the Guardians of the World, or whatever they're called, the Guardians, they're they're just like side characters that you really don't give a shit about. They're trying to be relevant, but they're really not. Eve being pregnant was very obvious right off the bat. That wasn't a big shocker to me. I don't know why the hell that was still shocking, or why is that even like a thing. One of the funnier episodes was episode 2, Nolan's adventures with Alan trying to get all the stuff back. Oh, and then the big reveal that Thaddeus was the betrayer, and then he also sent the plague. Again, things that were kind of obvious, it just kind of played through. Like, if you're just paying attention, it kind of works. I think one of the highlight moments for me was the battle between the dragon and Mark and Oliver, and then Oliver kind of tells him to stop. I felt a little emotion there. I felt like there was something there for a second, but then again, there nothing was capitalized upon yet so far. Like I have to see episode 4 and 5 still, so maybe there is some capitalization on that. Conquest leaving, Throg entering, and then like Cecil completely shocked that he could do that. Like again, it's just pure stupidity, and I also think it shows like the stupidity of humanity as well. Like thinking they can control shit that's beyond their reach, and thinking that they can take care of an alien that's like literally like built to destroy planets. But hey, why not put him under 15 tons of whatever the hell they did, or a million tons of whatever it was? Didn't do shit for them, so it doesn't fucking matter anyway. So again, that's not shocking at all. Like a lot of these things are like just things that you just kind of expect and they're happening. There's no big shocker, there's no big twist, there's no big reveal, there's nothing. At this point, I just want Throg to come fuck up some shit. I want Omni Man to come. I want Alan to show up. I want Thaddeus to show up. I want to see a big war. Like I want to see a big fight. I think I'm ready for that. I'm ready for um Mark to go off and like he doesn't have to kill, but he can defend his country, his entire world, and fight for the people that he cares about and stuff like that. Like I'm ready for that. I'm ready for some big shockers. I'm ready for some big deaths. If you got to kill somebody, you got to kill somebody. But I want to see it happen, and I feel like it's just not working out. And I don't know what's going on, but this is like the most consistent thing about this show is that it's very inconsistent, and I think it doesn't help the fact that it takes a 2 year break or a year and a half break, whatever it is, for it to come back. Again, I don't blame the showrunners. I don't blame the people who are making the show and whatnot. I blame Amazon for it mostly. But again, this is just something that is out of our control, and we kind of have to deal with it. As long as there are streaming sites and shows like this are on streaming platforms, we don't have really a choice. We have to wait for it regardless. And I think one of the main factors why I am personally not enjoying the season as much is the fact that it took so long to come back, and now I just don't have any investment in it, to be quite honest. Like and the show itself, like if it was coming back per year or every 6 months, or they did like if this was part of season 3, like for 20 episodes or whatever, I think this would have been fine, this whole story that they're showing. But as of right now, like this being its own kind of season is kind of like boring me. Like I'm not really interested. I'm still gonna watch it regardless. Like if I've started it, I'm gonna finish it right anyway. But again, I just feel like they could have done so much more, and they're just lacking on it. I don't know how you guys feel about the season so far. I'd love to hear. So please leave a comment below, and catch me on the next one, guys.